Peace and all good. My name is Father Jacek Orzechowski, a Franciscan friar from Holy Name Province. In the fifth Sunday of Easter, the first reading from the Acts of the Apostles describes a big problem faced by the early Christian church. Their community was diverse. Some members claimed their Jewish identity. Others came from pagan Greco-Roman culture. And the two groups had a long history of mistrust, prejudice, even hatred towards each other. It was a miracle that members of these two antagonistic groups were able to forge a new religious identity. Still, their efforts at first were not always very successful. The poor widows from the Greek culture were neglected. So what did the members of the church do to foster that sense of unity? Well, they came together, analyzed the problem, recognized the diverse gifts and talents present among them, and they put them to use with imagination and creativity and prophetic courage at the service of the church's mission. We too are a diverse community of disciples of Jesus. Some of us may be more traditional, other progressive. Some are more contemplative. Others love to get involved in direct action, to care for common home, to seek environmental or social justice. There are Catholics who in good conscience differ on matters related to politics or on what might be the best approach to safeguard our common home, to protect the most vulnerable. And when we disagree with some of those with whom we differ, we must never demonize them or fall into temptation of us versus them mentality. Pope Francis, in his encyclical Laudato Si, reminds us that, and I quote, "Each of us has his or her own personal identity and is capable of entering into dialogue with others and with God Himself." Building the civilization of love, responding to the cry of the poor, the clamor of Mother Earth, must go in hand with a promotion of culture of encounter within the larger church and the Laudato Si movement. In John's Gospel, Jesus tells his followers that with the gift of the Holy Spirit, they will be able to do the things that he did and even greater. At this critical juncture in human evolution, we face the unprecedented challenge of climate change emergency, of massive species extinction crises. And to avoid the collapse of the life support system of our planet and a climate that is hostile to life, the human family must harness not only the power of sun, wind, and oceans, we must harness the power of love in order to survive. This is the most important and urgent moral and religious issue of our time. Jesus believes in you and me and in many gifts that God has bestowed upon the human family. Together, through this divine human partnership, the face of the earth can and will be renewed. Do you dare to believe in God's promise the way Mary did? Peace and all good.